Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our podcast. Today, I want you to listen carefully and imagine a magical journey. Imagine a world where no one speaks the same language, but everyone can still talk to each other, laugh together, and cry together. Does that sound impossible? Well, it isn't, because I am talking about the wonderful world of music. Today, our journey is all about music, not just any music, but the kind that can connect people from every place on earth. This episode is called The Universality of Music, Melodies that Connect Hearts. Have you ever wondered what makes music so special? Why do we feel happy when we hear a joyful song and sometimes a little sad when we listen to soft, gentle music? Why can two people who do not understand each other's words still feel the same thing when they listen to the same music? That is the magic of music. Music is a language, but not like English, Spanish, or Chinese. It is an invisible language, a language that everyone can feel in their heart. Music does not need a dictionary. Music does not need lessons to be understood. All you need is your ears, your heart, and your imagination. Let's begin our journey with a story. Imagine a little boy in Africa, sitting under a big, leafy tree. He has a drum made from the trunk of a tree and the skin of an animal. Bam, bam, bam. He taps out a rhythm with his small hands. He smiles. Hundreds of miles away, a girl in Ireland takes her violin and gently moves her bow across the strings. Da-da-da-dee, da-da-da-dee. A sweet sound fills the air. In a tall city in Japan, an old man blows into bamboo and plays a tune that sounds like a soft wind. And somewhere in Brazil, a family claps their hands and dances by the fire, singing together in a happy, lively song. These children and adults do not live in the same place. They do not speak the same words. Yet, if you put the boy with the drum, the girl with the violin, the old man with the bamboo flute, and the family clapping and singing together in one big room, something amazing would happen. They could play music all at once. Maybe it would be a little messy at first, but soon, they would find a beat. Someone would smile. The girl with the violin would play a happy note, and the boy would answer with his drum. The old man would join in, and the family would laugh and clap along. Even if nobody said anything, they would understand each other. Why? Because music is universal. It is for everyone. It always was, and it always will be. But why is music like this? Where did this magic come from? Scientists and teachers around the world have tried to answer this question. Some say music is as old as humankind. Long, long ago, before there were cities, before there were words, our ancestors were already making music. Maybe they banged rocks together or blew across a hollow bone. Maybe they sang to the stars or hummed to the moon at night. They made music before they wrote stories. They made music before they learned to farm. In a way, music is the story of all of us, the story of the whole human family. Let me tell you something interesting. Every culture in the world, big or small, old or new, has music. Some use drums, others use flutes, some sing, and some dance. Some make music with their feet by stomping. Others snap their fingers. Some music is slow and calm, and some is fast and wild. But every group of people, everywhere, from the cold north where it snows, to the warm rainforests, to busy cities and quiet villages, they all have music. That is why we say music is universal. It belongs to everyone. But music is not only for happy times. Music is there when we are sad too. If you have ever felt lonely or worried, you may have listened to a song that makes your heart feel lighter. Somehow, music can catch your tears, hold your hand, and help you feel a little better. People sing lullabies to babies to help them sleep. Sometimes even grown-ups need those gentle lullabies. Music can comfort us, help us remember good times, and even help us say goodbye. Think about this. Have you ever sung happy birthday to someone? Maybe you sang a different version, but almost every country has a song for birthdays. What about weddings? Most people play music and sing songs at weddings. At graduations, people wear caps and gowns and march to music. When someone feels very thankful, they make a song. Even when people are sad, when someone they love is gone, music helps them say goodbye and remember. Birth, celebrations, meetings, endings, music is always there. Now, I want to take you on a little trip around the world. Think of it as a magical airplane flight where you don't need a ticket. Let's start in Africa. In Africa, there are thousands of kinds of music. People often use drums, rattles, and their beautiful voices. The drum beats are like the heartbeat of the village. Sometimes, you can hear the music from far away, calling people together. The rhythm is deep and strong. Even people who do not know how to dance start moving their feet and swaying their hips. Now, let's fly to India. In India, the music sounds very different. You hear sitars with long, singing strings. The rhythms can be fast and tricky, and the melodies swirl and float in the air. People there sing what they call ragas. Some ragas are played in the morning as the sun rises. Others are played at night under the stars. They believe that each raga has its own feelings, its own time and place. Now, let us whisper through the ancient streets of China. Here, people play guzheng and erhu, and the sounds can be sweet, sad, or strong, like the wind through bamboo. In the villages and in the cities, music rings out on holidays, festivals, and special days. The songs pin together dreams, memories, and hopes. We can dash off to South America next. Here, you might hear the strum of a guitar, the pulse of a samba, the quick stamp of feet in a tango, the slow roll of a marimba. On weekends, families gather, and friends sing and dance together. They tell stories with their music. Sometimes, even strangers in a city will start singing together just because the melody is too sweet to ignore. Far away in Europe, you might step into a grand hall and hear a full orchestra. Imagine many people playing together, violins, trumpets, flutes, drums, and cellos. Classical music can be as soft as a whisper or as loud as a thunderstorm. Even though it sometimes feels very formal, children and parents alike can close their eyes and imagine a story, maybe a galloping horse, a magical forest, or a sky filled with stars. But music is not only made by people. Did you know that the world itself is full of music? Listen around you. Hear the birds calling? That is nature's music. Drop a stone into a pond and hear the splash. A frog croaks. A breeze hums through the leaves. The world is always singing. Some people think that long ago, humans started copying nature. We wanted to join the song of the world. That is another way that music connects us. It connects us not just to people but to the earth itself. Have you ever wondered how people can make music without instruments? Well, let's think about our own bodies. You have hands for clapping. You can snap your fingers. You have 2 feet, perfect for tapping. Most of all, you have a voice, the best instrument of all. When you hum a tune or sing a song, you are making music. In fact, singing together is one of the oldest ways to make friends and bring people closer. When a group sings together, everyone's heart beats at almost the same speed. Scientists have studied this. Isn't that wonderful? Music can make our bodies connect, even our hearts. Maybe you are wondering, does music really help people become friends? Let me tell you about a time long ago, over 100 years ago. There was a terrible war in Europe, a time when countries were fighting and people were scared and tired. It was winter. One night, people on both sides heard something strange. It was singing, gentle and clear, "Silent night, holy night." The song drifted across the cold fields. Even though the soldiers spoke different languages, they all knew the melody. Slowly, carefully, the men stood up from their places. They began to sing together. For a moment, there was no fighting. Just music. Just people, together, remembering that they were not so different after all. That, my friends, is the power of music. Music does not only happen on happy days or sad days or during times of peace and war. It is part of our everyday, our small moments. Picture a father in Kenya humming while he cooks dinner. A grandmother in Russia sings a lullaby as she rocks her grandchild. Children in Australia make up a silly song while they run through a field. Teens in America listen to their favorite songs on a bus, sharing headphones and grinning. There is another thing that makes music very special: people can share it and make it together. You might play alone in your room, but when you share your song, by singing for your family, joining a school choir, or playing a small piece on your recorder, you are opening your heart and letting others listen. Whenever you share music, you are sharing a piece of yourself. Whenever you listen, you are accepting a piece of someone else. Think about how brave that is. Even shy people can feel strong when they sing or play. Let's imagine something now. Close your eyes and listen to your favorite song. It could be a fun, upbeat song or a gentle, relaxing lullaby. Now, picture people all across the world who might love that very same song. Maybe there is another child, just like you, in a country you have never visited, who laughs at the same funny words or dances in the same funny way. Even if you never meet, you are still connected by music. In that moment, you share something important. That is why music helps connect hearts. Sometimes, people say they do not like a certain kind of music. That is okay. But do you know what is amazing? Even if you do not like a song today, you might love it tomorrow. Or maybe someone you care about loves it, and you start listening too, just to make them happy. Through music, people learn to listen to each other, to try new things, to be patient, and to be kind. If you hear a song from another country and try to sing along, you are making a connection, building a bridge between your life and someone else's. Music can also teach us about the world. Maybe you have heard of Beethoven or Mozart from Europe. Their music is hundreds of years old, but it is still played today. When you listen, you are taking a trip back in time. Maybe you have heard fast, twinkling music from Japan or a strong drum beat from the Caribbean. Each style of music has its own story. It can teach us about how people live, what they believe, what makes them laugh, and what makes them cry. There is another wonderful thing about music: you can always make your own. There are no rules in your imagination. If you want to sing about purple cats and flying dogs, do it. If you make up a silly beat by tapping pencils on your desk, you are making music. If you sing in the shower or hum in the car, that's music too. Nobody can tell you that your music is wrong. All music is allowed, all hearts are welcome. Maybe you dream of being a singer, or a dancer, or you just love to listen. That is perfect. Sometimes, when people feel shy, they do not want to sing or play out loud. But remember, music does not judge. Music is like a gentle friend, always ready to listen. Music connects us to ourselves, too. Sometimes, it helps us know what we feel, even when we cannot find the right words. Have you ever listened to a song and felt like it knew exactly how you felt? That is music helping you to listen to your own heart. If you are ever sad, press play on a favorite song, or sing a tune you remember. Music is there for you. Let's talk about the sounds of childhood. Many grown-ups, no matter how old they are, remember the songs they heard when they were little. Maybe a lullaby, or a song their parents sang, or even a funny tune from a cartoon. When they hear that song again, years later, they remember how small they were, or the smell of their house, or the feeling of sitting on a lap. Music is like a time machine. One note can bring back an old memory in a flash. Did you know that babies can hear music before they are born? Scientists say that even in their mother's tummy, a baby can hear the gentle sounds of a song. When they are born, they are already comforted by music. That is one reason why lullabies are special. When a baby listens to the voices of their family, softly singing, the world feels safe. Music helps us feel loved from the very beginning. Now, if we look at the world today, you might notice something very exciting. Technology is changing the way we find and share music. A long time ago, people could only hear music if they played it themselves or if someone played it nearby. Then, people invented radios, records, tapes, CDs, and now, our phones and computers. Today, you can press a button and listen to music from any country, anytime, anywhere. That means the music of the whole world can fit in your pocket. You can listen to a song from Nigeria in the morning and a tune from Korea in the afternoon. You can dance to salsa in the kitchen and relax with a Japanese koto at night. This is good for two big reasons. First, it means we can all learn about each other and enjoy new sounds. Second, it helps us remember that, no matter how different our languages, our foods, or our clothes may be, we are all a family. We all love music. There is no country or group of people anywhere that does not have music. In that way, music is like a golden thread, weaving all of us together. But music can do even more. Sometimes, when people want to help others or change the world, they use music. Maybe you have heard a song that helps raise money for people in need. Maybe you have seen a concert where people come together to support a good cause. Throughout history, there have been songs that help people stand up for fairness, justice, and love. Music is good at bringing hope and courage when people need it most. Think about this: in nature, when birds sing together at sunrise, the world feels alive and new. People can do the same thing. When we sing, dance, or even just listen together, we are making our lives brighter and happier. Whether we are very old, very young, or anywhere in between, music gives us a way to say, I am here. You are here. Let's share this moment. Sometimes, people worry that music is too hard, or that they are not talented. But remember, music is not a contest. It is a gift. If you try your best, if you make a joyful noise, if you listen with your ears wide open, you are part of the musical world. Even if you tap on a table, whistle while you walk, or clap along, you are making music. So, next time you hear a song that makes you sway or tap or even cry, remember, someone, somewhere, might be feeling the exact same thing. You are connected by an invisible line, a bright ribbon of melody. That is why we say that music connects hearts. Whenever you need to feel less alone, play a song, hum a tune, or gently sing a favorite melody. I would like to encourage you, no matter where you are, to take a little time every day for music. Try listening to a song from a new country. Try making your own silly tune. Ask your parents or grandparents what songs they loved when they were little. Maybe sing a song before you sleep, or whistle while you tie your shoes. Remember, everyone is connected by music. It can bring joy on a rainy day. It can help you remember someone you love. It can help you make new friends and feel brave when you feel shy. It is always there, waiting for you, just like a friend. Before we finish, I want you to think about this. If every person in the world sat together and shared a song, maybe we would understand each other a little better. Maybe we would smile a little more. That is the lesson of music. It teaches us to listen, to share, to hope, and to love. Thank you for joining me on this journey, exploring the universality of music and the melodies that connect all our hearts. Wherever you go, remember to listen for the music in your life, and never be afraid to sing your own song. The world is waiting, and your heart knows the melody. Until next time, keep listening, keep singing, and keep connecting. The music is everywhere. And so are new friends, waiting to sing along. Thank you for listening.